I welcome all the devotees to our Bhakti Sangha Japa conference call of our Caitanya Charitamrita class. And today we are very fortunate to have with us Her Grace Kirtida Sundari Mataji to enlighten on the Chaitanya Charitamrita Antya Lila, and the verses start from 6.155 onwards. Hare Krishna Kirtida Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glory to Srila Prabhupada and Guru Maharaj. Thank you so much, Mataji, for giving your very valuable time and association and enlightening on the topics, Mataji. I hand over the call to you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much, Shama Supriya Mataji, for such a warm welcome. And thank you, everybody who has joined this conference call. Thank you for all of your valuable time. So we'll start now. Just give me a second. Jaya Jaya Shri Chaitanya Jayo Nityananda Jaya Dvaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Jayo Jayo Shri Chaitanya Jayo Nityananda Jaya Dvaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Jayo Jayo Shri Chaitanya Jayo Nityananda Jaya Dvaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. So we are reading from Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, Antya Lila, chapter 6, chapter entitled is Lord Chaitanya meets Raghunath Das Goswami. And today we'll do from text number 155 onwards, and we'll be covering bunches of verses, and it will be, today class will be just a normal reading session, just a storyline of Raghunath Das Goswami. So text 155. Se haite abhayantara nakare na gamana bahira durga mandape yana kare shayana. From that day on, he did not go into the interior section of the house. Instead, he would sleep on the Durga Mandapa, the place where Mother Durga was worshipped. Om Ajnanatirmirandhasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Charu Swami Niti Namine. Namaste Saraswati. Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine. Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschata Deshatarine. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivas Adi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Namo Mahavadannaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namne Gaurati Sini Mukam Karoti Vachalam Bhangam Langayate Kiram Yat Kripaha Tamham Vande Shri Guru Dinatani. Okay, thank you all so much for joining, and again we have met today on Wednesday mid-morning session where we'll be discussing about Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, and I seek blessings, prayers and wishes from all of you to please shower your heartfelt wishes, blessings in me so that I may speak something relevant to this topic in glorification of Raghunath Das Goswami, in glorification of Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami, Srila Prabhupada, and of course in purification of my own self. I bow down to each and every one of you. Please accept my humble obeisances. Vancha kalpatarubhascha kripa sindhuvaya cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo. Ananta Koti Vaishnav Vrindi ki jai. So before we start, whatever spiritual credit that may come up by speaking these beautiful verses from Srimad Chaitanya Charitamrita, and for all of you for hearing this Chaitanya Charitamrita, whatever the spiritual credit may incur, may we pass on to His Grace Srinivas Jagannath Prabhu, so that Krishna may accept him at his own lotus feet and give enough strength for the whole family to bear this lifelong loss. Okay, so thank you all so much for joining. Yes, we are missing our dear Preeti Vilasini Mataji on mid-morning sessions, and we pray that soon she'll give her association and will join us and will come back with full enthusiasm to give various classes on various different topics. So we'll start now. So this verse, as it says, that from that day on, he did not go into the interior section of the house. So here he refers to Raghunath Das Goswami, because Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami is now taking the opportunity to glorify all the intimate associates of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And this time he chose in this chapter uh, Raghunath Das Goswami. So he did not go into the interior section of the house. So why? And instead he would sleep on the Durga Mandapa, the place where Mother Durga was worshipped. So this is the verse, that came up for today, and we'll be covering bunches of verses. So here, Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami, as you all know, is glorifying Das Goswami. So first he is described about how, Raghunath Das Goswami met Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So we all know that when Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he took sannyas in Khatwa, there after that he decided to go to Vrindavan. And he was in so much ecstasy that I will go to Vrindavan. And with that ecstasy, with dancing and chanting through the forest and the towns and the villages, he decided that he had the great expectation to reach that Vrajbhumi, to reach Vrindavan. But Nityananda Prabhu, we all know that how he got to know the pain of separation that was there within the hearts of the devotees, whom Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has left back in Navadip, and thinking and meditating upon their condition, especially the condition of Mother Sachi Devi and other devotees like Advaita Acharya and Srinivasa Acharya, Nityananda Prabhu, he tricked Lord. He tricked Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and he brought him back to Shantipur. And there in Shantipur, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu met his dear mother Sachi Devi, who saw Chaitanya Mahaprabhu first time, in that had shaved head and in the robe of that sannyasi. So at that time, Raghunath Das Goswami, he was just a Raghunath Das at that time. He actually met Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu for the first time. So that was the first time when Raghunath Das Goswami met Sri Mahaprabhu. So of all the 6 Goswamis, actually, Das Goswami was the first one to meet Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And then after meeting, Raghunath Das Goswami stayed there for 10 days with Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Then we all know that how Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was instructed by his mother that not to go to Vrindavan, but rather stay in Jagannath Puri, so that, she has that feeling that devotees can come and meet Mahaprabhu. And so that's why, interest of all those, Sachi Devi instructed Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu not to go to Vrindavan and stay in Jagannath Puri. But Raghunath Das Goswami, he had no longer any desire to go back. He wanted to stay and to stay with Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. That was his constant meditation. And that Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami has very extensively described, that we have already covered. So because of that constant meditation, it became a daily affair for Raghunath Das Goswami to run away from home. But his parents, Govardhan Majumdar and his elder brother, that is I'm forgetting the name. Anyways, both of them, they decided that, Raghunath Das Goswami should not leave that place. And they would send various guards and servants, and Raghunath Das Goswami would be forcibly brought back to home. But again, as soon as he'll get the opportunity, he would again escape somehow. But again, he was caught. So it became a daily affair for Das Goswami and for the parents and guards and the servants to bring back home. But one day, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, on his next trip to Vrindavan, he came to Shantipur again. And at that time, Raghunath Das Goswami was very fortunate enough to meet Mahaprabhu second time. Though Raghunath Das Goswami was given the permission to meet Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, but he was surrounded by many guards. But as soon as Raghunath Das Goswami saw Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he immediately paid his prostrated obeisances, and he basically offered himself, his own life, to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And he told Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu his very deep desire that was there in his heart to be released from this material entanglement and to eternally serve Mahaprabhu's lotus feet. He wanted to just get away from the bondage of household entanglements. But at that time, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu instructed Raghunath Das Goswami in a very, very beautiful way. And he said that you are just acting like a Markat Vairagi. So you should not be a Markat Vairagi. What is a Markat Vairagi? Markat means monkey and Vairagi means renunciant. So Mahaprabhu instructed Raghunath Das Goswami, don't be a renunciant like a monkey. Monkeys appear to be very renounced. They live in trees, they do not wear any clothes, they eat whatever is there, whatever grows in the trees. They are basically renunciant, but they always have some thought in their mind. And what is that thought? To enjoy female monkeys whenever the opportunity comes. So he said, you don't act like that. Do your duty. Don't renounce anything falsely. So it's not, we have to understand that it's not that Das Goswami was falsely renunciant. He wasn't, because deep down in his heart, he was intoxicated with Gaura Prem, that he doesn't want to leave the lotus feet of Gauranga Mahaprabhu. But just to teach the whole world, taking Das Goswami as an instrument, Mahaprabhu is teaching all of us that how we should not falsely renounce everything, maybe out of some responsibility or liability or any kind of frustration. We should perform our worldly duties, which have taking, being in the consciousness of Krishna, that yes, Krishna has given me this duty, let me do it. But at the same time, in our deep down in our heart, we should always be Krishna conscious. We should always think ourselves to be relieved from this material entanglement and surrender 100% onto the lotus feet of our dear Lord, the divine couple. So same instruction was given to Mahaprabhu and to Das Goswami by Mahaprabhu, and he said that you should pretend in an external way, as Prabhupada translates, to be completely attached to pound, shillings, and pence, that you are leading a materialistic business class family. But you should always perform your duties first, but in your heart, you should always be meditating on Krishna. And very soon, Krishna will show mercy on you and your desires will be fulfilled. Raghunath Das Goswami took these instructions to his heart and he went home back and he appeared to his parents as if he's completely involved into that business and materialistic life. But in his heart, he was totally surrendered, was swimming in that ocean of Gaura Prem. And then Kaviraj Goswami narrated that episode of how Turkish Chaudhry was there and he arrested Raghunath Das Goswami, but then Raghunath Das Goswami, through his intelligence, He arranged a meeting with Govardhan Majumdar and, yes, Hiranya Majumdar, and how they met together, and finally everything was settled, and everybody was happy. And then Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami describes how Lord Nityananda Prabhu, he bestows his causeless, unlimited mercy onto Raghunath Das Goswami, where he gave Raghunath Das Goswami an opportunity to serve all the Vaishnavas. And he told to arrange that Chida Dahi festival, and that we have described in detail, and we have read through that how extensively being described by Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami, and we covered it in quite a few classes. And there we saw that how the very magnificent festival was being arranged by Raghunath Das Goswami, this Chida Dahi festival at Panihati Dham. And then later, how Raghava Pandit also came. But then Nityananda Prabhu told Raghava Pandit that I will come. Right now, I'm enjoying with all these Gopalas, these cowherd boys. So in the night, I'll come and honor whatever you have made for me, and I'll honor that prasadam. And in the evening, Nityananda Prabhu went, and all the associates also went to the house of Raghava Pandit, where Kaviraj Goswami describes that how Raghava Pandit, being an gopi, Dhanishta gopi, and how Radharani, Srimati Radharani herself comes and cook in the home of Raghava Pandit. And there Nityananda Prabhu and all the eternal associates, they honored that prasadam. And Raghunath Das Goswami was given immense fortune at that time, blessing by Raghava Pandit, where he was allowed to serve Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, whom Nityananda Prabhu called in his meditation. And there were few of the devotees who literally saw Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu honoring that prasadam. And then Das Goswami got this opportunity to serve Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, to serve Nityananda Prabhu, to serve all the Vaishnavas assembled there. And finally also got the mercy to accept the remnants that was left by all of them. So Raghunath Das Goswami was immensely fortunate at that time. And it is all because of the blessings of Raghava Pandit and all the other Vaishnavas, Nityananda Prabhu. Finally, they all honored prasadam, and they all left. And next morning, Nityananda Prabhu was sitting under the sacred banyan tree, where Raghunath Das Goswami, along with Raghava Pandit, approached Nityananda Prabhu, and he clasped his feet and placed it on his head, and he began to pray that I am the most adhama, I am the most sinful, I am the most fallen, I am the lowest of all the living entities. How can I approach you? I'm not even fit, but you are so merciful. I'm just like a dwarf who has a desire to catch the moon. So I am here seeking your great mercy. I'm entangled in this great bondage of materialistic life. No one can approach Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu without your mercy. So I am here begging at the lotus feet of you, Nityananda Ram, to please give me that benediction so that I may be completely free from all these entanglements of this materialistic life and family. And finally, wholeheartedly, I should take shelter and get engaged in the service of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. That's my only desire, but I know that this desire can only be fulfilled by your causeless mercy. So this way, Raghunath Das Goswami was praying at the lotus feet of Sri Nityananda Prabhu. And Sri Nityananda Prabhu was greatly pleased by seeing that humility of Sri Raghunath Das Goswami. And he began to speak to all other devotees also. And he said that Raghunath Das Goswami is living in an opulence which is equivalent to Indra, the king of heaven. He has so much wealth, so much aristocracy, but yet he's not even slightest being attached to any of it. He simply wants to serve Gauranga Mahaprabhu. So please, Nityananda Prabhu is asking all the other intimate associates that here I am now, please all of you give your blessings to Raghunath Das Goswami, so may he may attain that eternal shelter onto the lotus feet of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. All the Vaishnavas were greatly pleased and they started showering their blessings on Raghunath Das Goswami. And then Nityananda Prabhu himself gave that benediction that very soon you will be released from all the bondage of your household life and you will go to Jagannath Puri to meet Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, because Mahaprabhu was residing in Jagannath Puri at that time. And there Mahaprabhu will hand over you to his one of the most intimate personal associate, that is Swarup Damodar Goswami. And there, you will serve Mahaprabhu as a greatest renunciant. So when Raghunath Das Goswami heard this benediction from the lotus mouth of Sri Nityananda Ram, he became filled with happiness. And then Raghunath Das Goswami, yesterday we read that how Raghunath Das Goswami, he went to each and every devotee, he worshipped their lotus feet, he worshipped the lotus feet of Nityananda Prabhu, he worshipped the lotus feet of Raghava Pandit, and then he gave the large sum of wealth. He used that money in Krishna's service, and he gave immense charity. So many tolas of gold he gave. And this way he purified his wealth and he engaged his wealth also in service of Krishna, which is, the duty of every grahastha. So that, we have covered yesterday. And then finally, he gave the huge amount of donation to each and every devotee as per their requirement. And he told Raghava Pandit also to give a particular donation. And then he finally took leave from Nityananda Prabhu and Raghava Pandit. At that time, this verse comes up that we read today, that how Raghunath Das Goswami, after taking the dust from the lotus feet of Raghava Pandit, he was feeling greatly obligated towards Nityananda Ram. And there, after receiving that merciful benediction from all the Vaishnavas and Nityananda Prabhu, he departed back to his home. And there it's been described that the verse we read today, that from that day on, means from the next day when he reached home, he did not go to the interior section of the house. And this, we have already covered in the last chapter, that how in the Bengal, Durga worship is so much prominent. And outside the home, every home, there is a big kind of a open space, a veranda or a mandapa is being made, a Durga mandap is made where Mother Durga, Goddess Durga, is worshipped. So every home has that, the outside, the not the interior, but the exterior part of that home. There is a big mandapa that is made in that Durga mandapa. And inside of the home, all the family members used to stay. But outside is mainly for some officials to meet and the worship of Goddess Durga. So that is what is the Durga mandap, the courtyard as such. So Raghunath Das Goswami, from that day onwards, he did not enter into the interior compound of his house, and he would sleep and stay in that courtyard, which is known as Durga Mandap. So from that day, he was staying in that place only. And Raghunath Das Goswami was simply immersed in Gaura Prem, and he was in total meditation of how to escape from this materialistic life and how to achieve the lotus feet of Gauranga. That was his continuous meditation. Then Kaviraj Goswami describes the beautiful episode of how Raghunath Das Goswami finally made his escape from that materialistic life. And he started narrating that pastime, that one day it was night. And it was just towards the end of night, means the dawn was about to happen. So there Kaviraj Goswami describes that there were only 4 dandas left. So what is this dandas actually? Let's see that. So we know that there is one paksha. Paksha is almost like 15 days. The 15 days of waxing moon and the waning moon, right? So we know that how there are 15 days. One is the full moon, that is Purnamashi, and then one comes the no moon, that is Amavasya. So this is how the whole month is being divided into 2 pakshas, and one paksha is 15 days. And then one night is 12 hours, and one day is also 12 hours. How, it is 24 hours. And then one prahar is there, right? One mahurta. So that is not mahurta as such, but there are prahars. So 3 hours make one prahar. And then comes the danda. So danda means 30 minutes. So one danda is equivalent to 30 minutes. So here Kaviraj Goswami was telling that one day it was night time, and it was just towards the end of night, and there were only 4 dandas left. So one danda is 30 minutes. So 4 dandas means approximately 2 hours. So it was still 2 hours for the sun to rise, right? And so basically it was in dead of night. At that time, Yadunandana Acharya, who was the family guru of Govardhan Majumdar and Hiranya Majumdar family, he came. And Yadunandana Acharya, he has been officially initiated by Advaita Acharya. That has been described in Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita. And thus, Yadunandana Acharya also considered Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu his life and soul. But at that time, he came to the house of Raghunath Das Goswami, and he approached Raghunath Das Goswami. He has some problem. And what was the problem Yadunandana Acharya had was that one of his disciple, who was a Brahmana priest who used to worship the deities, he has left his service. And Yadunandana Acharya knew that Raghunath Das Goswami was very, very expert, on these kinds of dealings on all levels to convince, somebody, that how he convinced the Turkish Chaudhary also. So Yadunandana Acharya has that, that let me go and approach Raghunath Das and see, in any way if he can help me out. So he came to that Durga Mandap and he approached Raghunath Das Goswami and he explained the whole situation, and he said that can we both go to that house of that pujari and convince him to continue his service to the deity? And Raghunath Das Goswami said, yes, of course I will, and it's good if you also accompany me. But because it was so late at night, it was in deep dark night, and all the gods were also sleeping, and this way Raghunath Das Goswami was walking with Yadunandana Acharya, and they both left that place and they were on the midway, and they want to go to the house of that Brahmana priest to convince him. But while they were walking down the road, uh, Raghunath Das Goswami told to Yadunandana Acharya that actually I'll go myself. You can go home and I will go to the home of your dear Pujari and your disciple Pujari and try to convince him. So he told Yadunandana Acharya that you go home and I'll go to that priest home and try to convince him. And Yadunandana Acharya agreed to it, and he said yes. And he went home. But at that time, Raghunath Das Goswami, he understood that this is the right time, the right opportunity has come where I can flee away from my home, because there are no gods, it's dead of night, it's still 2 hours for the sunrise, for the sun to rise. So therefore he said, okay, now this is the opportunity. So what he did, he went to the home of that priest, he convinced him, he told him to go to the home of Yadunandana Acharya, and he settled everything, and he said, he convinced him to go, come back to your service. And after preaching to that pujari, He immediately went into the deep forest. Instead of going back home, Raghunath Das Goswami, he went into the forest. So he understood that his parents, would immediately send so many guards and investigators to find him. So he had a plan, and what he did, that he didn't go to the direction of Puri, because he knew that my father knows that Mahaprabhu is staying in Puri, so definitely I'll be going towards Puri. So instead of going in the direction of Puri, he went in the opposite direction, and he was watching, that is somebody coming or following me. And this way, he went east and just traveled that whole day he was traveling. And as the night approached, he came to one of the shed of that milkman was there, and there he slept in that place, in that cow shed area where the cows sleep. And in the morning, he met the owner of that shed, that milkman, and the milkman also understood that this person has not eaten anything, so he gave him a little bit of milk to drink. And Raghunath Das Goswami, he felt little satisfied, and then he went in the southern direction, but he didn't take the main road, and he went on to the road of the jungles and the small villages, not the main road. And this way, he made his escape. Meanwhile, uh, his parents came to know that Raghunath Das Goswami is not at home, and they immediately thought that our son has gone to Puri and he has made his escape. So we know that how Shivanand Sen, he used to take everybody from Bengal to Jagannath Puri. So that year also, Shivanand Sen was taking a whole group of Bengali Vaishnavas to Jagannath Puri to meet Sri Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So Govardhan Majumdar, the father of Das Goswami, he immediately sent his messengers and guards to Shivanand Sen. And he said, you go to Shivanand Sen because Raghunath Das Goswami must be going to Puri along with all those Bengali Vaishnavas. So you must go and tell him to give my son back. So the messengers, they went to Shivanand Sen and said that please give Raghunath Das Goswami back because we are, his guards and he's been sent by Govardhan Majumdar. But Shivanand Sen told them that your son is not here and I do not know where he is. Okay, so he was very clear. So the guards have to return empty-handed back to their home. And meanwhile, Raghunath Das was traveling through the jungles and forest, and it took him 12 days to reach to Jagannath Puri because he went off track, off route he went. So it took him 12 days to arrive in Jagannath Puri. And in those 12 days, Kaviraj Goswami describes that it's only 3 times that he had something to eat. Rest all the days he was completely fasting. Sometimes he chewed on some fried grains that is being given by someone, and sometimes it's been so cold, but so many inconveniences Raghunath Das Goswami had in his life. But because he was completely immersed in the thought of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, all those inconveniences that he was having during his way to Jagannath Puri, it was so insignificant, because his consciousness was totally on Gaura Prema, was totally onto the lotus feet of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So therefore, all the inconveniences that he had was so insignificant. So this also, Srila Prabhupada describes, always gives this example, that how there is a difference between the pain and the suffering. Suffering is whenever consciousness is involved in that suffering. So that is the real suffering. But pain can be on to the bodily level. And Prabhupada gives this example that how a village lady, the whole day she'll carry her son, but her child, but she'll not get any kind of suffering. You know, there is pain, her hands get tired, but her love towards her child is so much that that pain looks so insignificant. So there is pain, but there is no suffering. Sometimes, we are so much, when we get into deep depression, there is a suffering. There comes the suffering. But when we are doing something higher for Krishna, for our loved ones, there may be a pain onto the bodily level, but in our consciousness, in our mind, we are happy. So there is no suffering. So that's what also happened with Raghunath Das Goswami, that on the bodily level, yes, there was pain. He couldn't get anything to eat, no proper place to sleep. He was walking onto the path of those jungles where, there is a threat of animals, dacoits, snakes, but still, that everything, that threat, that pain was insignificant when it comes for his higher purpose to meet Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So in his consciousness, he was totally Gaura conscious, and therefore that pain was so insignificant. Anyways, finally, after 12 days, Raghunath Das Goswami, he arrived Jagannath Puri. He made his escape. That escape was successful. And in the Bhavan, in the Bhavan of Kashi Mishra, where Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu used to stay, and that room is known as Gambhira. That was the personal residence of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Raghunath Das Goswami, he went to that place. Staying at a distant place in the courtyard, as soon as he saw Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he fell flat like a stick. He paid his prostrated obeisances. And that time, one of the intimate associate of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Mukunda Datta, he said, "Here is Raghunath." And as soon as Mahaprabhu heard this, that here is Raghunath, Kaviraj Goswami describes, Prabhu kahe na aisha, teho dhari lacharana, uthi Prabhu kripaya tane akali alingana. As soon as Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu heard this verse, that here is Raghunath, he immediately stood up and he welcomed Raghunath Das. Come here, he said. And Raghunath Das Goswami, he immediately claps the lotus feet of the Lord. And the Lord also, he stood up and he embraced him out of his causeless mercy. So just seeing Raghunath Das Goswami, Mahaprabhu's face was radiated with joy. He lifted him up, he hugged him close to his heart. And both of them, Bhakt and Bhagavan, the union of Bhakt and Bhagavan, seeing both of them in that meeting, everybody began to shed tears. And even Raghunath Das Goswami and Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, both of them were bathing in the tears of love and joy. Now, one might ask that, why Mahaprabhu, he was being so overwhelmed seeing Raghunath Das Goswami, because he is the Lord of Lords, he is the Supreme Lord. Could there be anything in the Supreme Lord whom what that Supreme Lord feels some kind of imperfection, that as soon as there is the fulfillment of that desire, Mahaprabhu is feeling complete now? So what was that imperfection? How come that imperfection can come into that Supreme Lord? After all, Mahaprabhu is Mahaprabhu. He is the Lord of all Lords. So to this, there is an answer that yes, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is perfect in himself. But we should not forget that Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Radha Krishna Nahi Anya. That Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is the combined incarnation of Radha and Krishna. And Srimati Radha Rani is Prema personified. And Prema is never satisfied. It is ever growing. Prema is eternally imperfect. The more it grows, the greater is the imperfection that is there, because the more it grows, the more desires come to make it perfect. So this way, that mood of Srimati Radharani that Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is having, through that mood, he was feeling that fulfillment as soon as he embraced Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Oh, he embraced the Raghunath Das Goswami. And feeling that fulfillment, having that fulfillment in his heart, Mahaprabhu was also shedding the tears of joy, tears of bliss. And as soon as he embraced Raghunath Das Goswami, he said, Mahaprabhu said, Prabhu kahe Krishna kripa balishtha sabha haite, tomhara ka dila vishya vishtha garta haite. You have received the mercy of Lord Shri Krishna. To become disentangled from the attachments of this material world is very, very difficult. In fact, it is practically impossible. And it is only by the mercy of Lord Shri Krishna that one can achieve liberation. And then Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said that this material life is like a deep ditch. It is a Vishya Vishtha Garta Haite. It is a deep ditch, a hole where people go and pass their stool. This materialistic life is a deep ditch. And Prabhupada explains in his purport that according to the law of karma, everyone is destined to suffer or enjoy according to a certain material standard. But by the mercy of Lord Krishna, which is so powerful that the Lord can engage all the reactions of one past karma or fruitive activities. And Prabhupada explains that who is a Graha Vrata? A Graha Vrata is one who has decided to live in a comfortable home, although it is actually miserable and it's a condemned position. But a Graha Vrata is the one who has decided that yes, this my comfortable position is eternal, and I want to be comfortable in this present house. He doesn't feel that there is any problem. But we all know that this is miserable place to live in. This is not the place for the devotees to stay. But we are staying because Krishna wants us to stay. But at the same time, we have to be Krishna conscious and accept whatever comes us along in this miserable world. So Mahaprabhu is now telling Raghunath Das Goswami that it's only because of the mercy of Lord Shri Krishna that you have come out from this deep ditch, this hole where people pass urine and stool. You have come out from that place, that filthy place of materialistic life and entanglement. And hearing this, Raghunath Das Goswami said, in his mind actually, he said, Raghunatha mane kahe, Krishna nahi jani, tava kripa khadila ama ei ame mani. And he, Raghunath Das Goswami, in his great humility, with such a grateful heart, he said within his mind, within, to his own self, Raghunath Das Goswami was saying, I do not know who Krishna is, because Mahaprabhu was saying that it's only because of the mercy of Krishna that you made this escape and now you are relieved from that entanglements. But Raghunath Das Goswami is saying, I do not know Krishna. I do not know who Krishna is. Krishna nahi jani. I don't know who this Krishna is. Tava kripa khadila ama ei ame mani. I only know that it's all because of your causeless mercy that I have been saved from this materialistic way of life. And in great humility, Raghunath Das Goswami immediately offered again his obeisances to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. But then the Lord continued, and he told Raghunath Das Goswami that your father, who is the Govardhan Majumdar, and your uncle, who is the Hiranya Majumdar, they both are actually related as brothers to my grandfather. And who is the grandfather of Mahaprabhu? Nilambar Chakravarti. So they both are related to them. So for me, your father and your uncle are also just like my grandfather. So I can joke with them. So in the joking words, he said that your uncle and your father, they are like worms living in that stool of that ditch. So they are the worms who are living in the stool of that ditch. And Mahaprabhu said, yes, although externally they are Vaishnavas, but they are not pure Vaishnavas. They have many material attachments. Yes, they do give lot of charity and donations to other devotees, but still, in their heart, in their consciousness, they have so much material attachment. So, that was being declared by Mahaprabhu, that one has to be on to the level of a pure Vaishnava. And then Lord Mahaprabhu said that, yes, but now I'm so happy that Krishna has rescued you from that place, from that filthy place, and have brought you here. And then Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he says various verses, but we'll not cover all those philosophical points. But maybe we can leave it for the next speaker to cover. And then Mahaprabhu, he turned towards Swarup Damodar Goswami, to his most personal associate, and he said, I want you, O Swarup Damodar, I want you to take care of Raghunath Das Goswami. I'm personally placing Raghunath Das Goswami in your loving care. And then Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu took the hand of Raghunath Goswami and handed over to the hand of Sarup Damodar Goswami. So he's basically put both of their hands together. And then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said that from here onwards, I have 3 Raghunaths now. So how come 3 Raghunath? That Mahaprabhu said, first is the Vaidya Raghunath, who is the doctor. And then there is a Bhatta Raghunath. And now this is Raghunath Das, who will be in future known as the Raghunath of Swarup Damodar Goswami, since I am giving you the responsibility to take care of Raghunath Das Goswami. And Swarup Damodar Goswami very happily, he accepted the charge of Raghunath Das Goswami as his personal service to Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So thank you all so much. We'll stop here. And this is how Kaviraj Goswami has described. But later, now since Raghunath Das Goswami is handed over to Swarup Damodar Goswami, Kaviraj Goswami will now in future verses will describe the renunciation that happened in the life of Raghunath Das Goswami, and how Mahaprabhu, feeling so much happy, so much pleased with that renunciation of Raghunath Das Goswami, that he will personally hand over his Govardhan Shila to Raghunath Das Goswami. So that we'll cover in the next part. So thank you all so much for all your wonderful association, your patience, for tolerating me. So we'll stop here. Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Shri Raghunath Das Goswami ki jai, Shri Chaitanya Charitamrita ki jai. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Kirtida Sundri Mataji. Very, very wonderful, very nice. You have explained everything. Thank you, Mataji. Can you hear?
Thank you. Thank you so much, Kamadiki Mataji, for always being present on call and giving your immense blessings onto all of us. Thank you so much for your association.
It's a glorification, not the blessings. It's very nice. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
हरे कृष्ण माता जी, कोटि कोटि दंडवत प्रणाम। शिल प्रभुपाद शिल गुरुदेव की जय। श्री श्री राधा श्री श्री नित्यानंद श्री श्री चैतन्य महाप्रभु की जय। माता जी, it is so deep realization. It's effect to us because you are so involved in that leelas, that Raghunath Pandit. I cannot go short
please give me 3 minutes. All Vaishnava, please bear with me. That Raghunath Raghav Pandit, when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu come for evening prasadam with all parshada, then Shrimati Radharani is he Raghav Pandit is the gopi. So see, Shrimati Shishi Radharani cook nice prasadam. Just a second, Mataji, and. Shrimati Shishi Radharani cooked nice prasadam, and Mataji. After that, the Durga Puja outside. I have seen visit with our Gurudev, more than 4,500 Vaishnava in south. That there is a Durga Puja, and there is a more place outside that courtyards, Mataji. So that where Raghunath Das Pandit is sleeping that courtyard 2-3 times, that father and they are so rich, though all the servant will take them home. So 2-3 times it's happened, and after that Raghunath Das is sleeping outside the courtyard. And one day the and then you explain about Kaviraj Goswami, Kaviraj Krishnadas Goswami, that Gaura Prema, and continue meditation and day and night, and there is a 15 days Sukal Paksha and 15 days Krishna Paksha, like a moon, and then a moon is a 15 days before Ekadasi is the Krishna Paksha, and after that is a Sukal Paksha. You explain so nicely, and the 30 danda, Raghunath Das come almost 2 hours before sun, and there is a Yagunandan Acharya, Gordhan Acharya, uh, uh, the Advait Acharya. He is trained under the Advait Acharya, and so sincere Acharya. So Yagunandan Acharya. And he's given a life and soul to Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So Yagunandan Acharya's temple, there is a one Brahman, and that Brahman is a they said decide that because of some problem that I don't want to do a puja in the temple. That time Yagunandan Acharya has full trust of Jagannath Das, Yagunandan Acharya has full trust of Raghunath Das Goswami, and they both went to that Brahman house, and Raghunath Das Goswami said that Yagunandan ji, Acharya ji, you go to the home, I will take care of your this Brahman. And then Raghunath Das Goswami think that this is the right time I have to go. There is a no from the home to meet the Jagannath, Shri Jagannath, Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And he just talked with that Brahmana, and Brahmana convinced to do a puja. And then Raghunath Das Goswami, if he go by the roadway, then all his fathers and all the soldiers will take them, so that he is going from the jungle areas. And after in the middle, the milkman home, they stop for 4-5 hours, and that milkman understand Raghunath Das is hungry, so give little milk. And Raghunath Das, there is a 12-day yatra, and Raghunath Das Goswami is eating very hardly 3 to 4 times. So what is the mood to serve Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu? And then Raghunath Das Goswami meet Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He's seeing from so far, and then Raghunath Das is here. Raghunath Das is here. So he just give obeisance to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu ji is given a embrace to him, because he is in a because Chaitanya Mahaprabhu ji is in a Radha mood and Shyam mood both. So he accept him, and that after that Sivananda Singh, Raghunath Das to give me uh, so many points, Mataji. It's very, very long.
So
I want to say only 2 minutes more. That pain and suffering, you explain so nicely, Mataji. That what is the difference between pain and suffering? This material body is given a like a disease, and we have to get out from this material body, like a stool in a worms, and it's given a like our dear and near one family member is given a pain to us, but the suffering you explain so nicely, Mataji, that suffering is the separation from Lord Krishna, Srimati Radharani. We are coming here for temporary world, so we have to do our sadhana attentively, so that we can there is a difference between pain and suffering. When we are doing something higher level, uh, Mataji, so we are just crying that somebody's take my all properties, and somebody's given a hard time, our husband or our near and dear one, um, but that is the pain and suffering, the separation of Lord Krishna and Srimati Radharani, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Bodily level pain, and higher level is to meet the Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Offer after 12 days, he meet to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and I already explained. And Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasati Gaur Bhaktarunda. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu accept him, and material material loves very difficult, Mataji, but Chaitanya Mahaprabhu ji is deep uh, but when we meet the Lord Krishna and Srimati Radharani mercy, uh, like a not qualified Mataji, but Raghunath Das Goswami get that mercy. We are in material level, we think that, oh, now after 10 years hard work, 7 days mercy, the a very comfortable zone, like given everything, Lord Krishna and Srimati Radharani, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is giving everything, so we are in a comfortable zone. But we should come out from this comfortable zone to show Shri Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's Shri Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's seva, like Raghunath Das Goswami's mood, so rich, but his mood to show Shri Shri Chaitanya and Shri Shri Nityananda. I do not want I don't know who is Krishna, but I know you, Shri Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. I only know about the causeless mercy of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And then there is a three Raghunath, Vaidya Raghunath, Bhatta Raghunath, and Raghunath Das Goswami. Then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu just given his hand to Swarup Damodar Goswami. Uh, and you explained so nicely about the vairagya denunciation, what is the mood. So we should not stay in a comfortable zone, but we have to come out from this comfortable zone. Whether we are staying in a we have to do all the responsibility of our kids and our husband, but our mood should be so Vaishnava, like so sincerely, one by one you are serving. Koti koti dandavat pranam to your seva. Jai Jai Nityananda, Jai Jai Gauranga. Pray for us that whatever we learn from you, we share in Hindi and Gujarati in our community. Hari Hari Gauranga. Thank you, Mataji. Koti Koti Dandavat Pranam.
Thank you, Vrinda Gopika Mataji. Hats off to you. So beautifully you summarized the whole class, and I'm so happy and so blessed to see your sincerity, your dedication. You are making notes and you are simply revising the whole class. That's awesome, Mataji. Thank you. All glories to you, Mataji. All glories to yourself.
Mataji, all glories to you, because you all are so sincere. That's why somehow remember little bit, Mataji. Hari Hari Gauranga. And one
Yes,
more thing, I take only 50 seconds. That our japa is very important, Mataji. I started to get up by, because of medicine, I get up 5:15, then sometime 5:40. But I determined that somehow I have to get up by 4 o'clock. And by the mercy of Sri Chaitanya and Nityanand Prabhu, get up 4 o'clock and start japa 4:30, Mataji. And because of that, we complete japa 4:30 to 5:30, 6:30, 6:45. So by that, attentively japa, not qualified, Mataji, but by that mercy of Nityananda and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, little bit rememorize, Mataji.
wow, very nice, Mataji. Thank you. Thank you. Please bless us also so that we can also follow your footsteps. Wake up early in the morning and chant our japa. Thank you, Mataji. Thank you. Please keep us in your prayers. Hare Krishna.
Vrinda Gopika Mataji is very fortunate that she has all this enthusiasm. And
Yeah.
also He remember everything and then just gives the whole class again. It's
Yes.
very nice. Thank you,
Nice to
Papa.
meet you, Mataji.
And
I'm really so much blessed to have your association. Thank you.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandavat Pranam. Very, very beautiful class, Mataji. Thank you so much for such a beautiful class. And thank you, Vrinda Gopika Mataji, for elaborated summary. Your summary is helping me a lot. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna.
Krishna. Thank you, Vinita Gandharvika Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Thank you so much, Mataji. Very wonderful class. Mataji, I have few questions, Mataji, if it is okay.
Yes, please, Mataji.
Mataji, earlier when Raghunath Das Goswami was meeting Chaitanya Mahaprabhu advised him not to do the Markat Sannyas, like, so you should do your duties and then you have to come back. But now in this escape or the plan that he used on the way, so after this 12 days he came, Mahaprabhu accepted him. So what was the difference, Mataji? Why he didn't accept him before? So what has changed? Why did Mahaprabhu accept him now?
Nothing was changed, Mataji. In the previous class also we covered this point, that how Mahaprabhu want to test him his determination, that how determined he is. That determination is very important. Like in the initial stage of our initial enthusiasm, when we join any spiritual movement, there is always an initial enthusiasm where we make lot of vows. I'll do this, I'll that's all about initial enthusiasm. So sometimes after taking those vows, later we ourselves repent that we are not fit to that place. So that time, though Raghunath Das Goswami is the intimate, he's the eternal Parshad of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he himself is a Manjari, it's not that he was testing Raghunath Das Goswami, but externally he was used as an instrument to teach us that, we should also introspect our determination, that how are we really determined to take up this process, or it's just the initial enthusiasm that we are just bringing up this thing. So that was the reason that Mahaprabhu wanted to test the determination of Sri Raghunath Das Goswami, and therefore initially when Raghunath Das Goswami wants to stay with him eternally, Mahaprabhu said no, go back, because he wants to see that where he'll be really allured with that opulence, with the beautiful wife that he possesses, or still, he has that deep desire to meet me. So that was the test that Raghunath Das Goswami was put into it. And finally he passed through flying colors, and, he made his escape. And then when Mahaprabhu came to know that how he has fasted and how he made his way all to Jagannath Puri, he accepted him wholeheartedly.
Oh, yes, Mataji. So his steadiness, his determination to know his steadiness.
Yes. And that
Yes.
is very, in our life also, in our journey to Krishna consciousness is also, this is very, very important, how determined we are.
Okay, Mataji, that explains it. Now it's clear. And Mataji, like you were telling, like Mahaprabhu was very much happy when he saw Raghunath Das Goswami, and he was also in tears. And we have seen this also in Sanatana Goswami's episode also, while he met Sanatana. So now you made that point that it's because of Radharani. You were telling about that prema personified, and the prema is never complete.
Yes.
So can you shed a little bit more on it, Mataji? Little bit, can you explain on that?
Actually, I was reading from one of the book of the Surrender at the Feet of Mahaprabhu. So there, I'll just read. At that time I was simply paraphrasing, but now I'll read the exact words. That how Mahaprabhu, this question may be asked, that why Mahaprabhu also was in tears. Isn't it that Mahaprabhu is the Lord of Lords? So how could there be any imperfection in him or any want in him on the fulfillment of which he became so satisfied? What's the want in Mahaprabhu? And to this answer is that Mahaprabhu is perfect, yet he has a feeling of imperfection. Mahaprabhu himself is the Supreme Lord. He is perfect, but he has that feeling of imperfection because Mahaprabhu is the combined incarnation of Radha and Krishna. And Radharani is prema personified. And prema is never satisfied with itself. It is eternally imperfect. It grows ever and ever more. The more it grows, the greater the imperfection it feels. The more it grows, the more it wants to multiply itself in diverse shapes and forms. So, therefore, Mahaprabhu himself was feeling that he was having that imperfection in his heart. But now, after seeing Raghunath Das Goswami and embracing Raghunath Das Goswami, that that fulfillment was there in the heart of Mahaprabhu, and that's why he was shedding tears of joy and happiness. And to this, it's mentioned that it's because of this compassion, that this compassion of Srimati Radharani that Mahaprabhu was carrying in himself. It's because of this compassion he was going door to door, to distribute this love. And when people surrender unto him and accept this Krishna prema, he used to feel so much overwhelmed and so much satisfied in his heart. So this is what, because he was in the mood of Srimati Radharani, and this mood was so much helping Mahaprabhu to go door to door and beg everybody to please accept Krishna prema. So that is why it's been mentioned that as soon as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he embraced Raghunath Das Goswami, that fulfillment was there in his heart. Because after all, he is a Manjari, right? Raghunath Das Goswami is a Manjari, he is a Rati Manjari. And Radharani getting united and seeing and embracing, her Manjari, definitely that fulfillment is there in the heart. So because of that fulfillment, the tears of joy was shedding from the eyes of Mahaprabhu. Hope that helps, Mataji. It's so beautiful if we go deep into it, that how Mahaprabhu is really, is having the compassion of Srimati Radharani, and of course the supremacy and sweetness of Krishna also.
Yes, Mataji, that is so wonderful. So, which book are you referring, Mataji? Is it the puppet?
This is not, this is actually the book. I can show you. This is the Goswamis of Vrindavan.
Okay, Mataji.
This
Yes,
is,
Goswami of Vrindavan. Yeah, it's so wonderfully explained, Mataji. Very nice. So I also have that doubt, Mataji, because we know Mahaprabhu is Krishna himself, but he always tells to chant Krishna's name. So now I can also understand it's Radharani who's inside. So she always wants us to chant Krishna's name. So
that's the
that's
reason Mahaprabhu came, right? What's the
yes.
reason? Is one of the reason that Mahaprabhu, internal reason that Kaviraj Goswami also describes, that this was one of the reason that Mahaprabhu wants to see that what's there in Krishna, what's there. Actually, Krishna wants to see that what's there in me, that Srimati Radharani is so much attracted to me. And not only she is attracted to me, but she wants to relish that attraction day after day. And not only relish, but she also wants to share with other gopis. So what's there in me? And thinking this, Krishna, this is one of the internal reason that Kaviraj Goswami describes in Adi Lila of Chaitanya Charitamrita. That thinking this, that what's there in me, that Radharani is so much attracted and has so much devotion, he accepted the mood of Srimati Radharani and came as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, so that now he can relish that mood, that devotion, and not only relish himself, but engage others also in this relishment. So he's so much indebted just to repay the debt. Now we are, helping Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in loving and accepting Srimati Radharani as our Ishtadev.
Yes, Mataji. So nice. Mataji, one final question, Mataji. This question, I'm sorry if the question is wrong, but I'm trying to understand because of my ignorance. I'm asking this question. Mataji, like as this episode is completed, we can very well know when Mahaprabhu is talking the final words, the last words that you completed. Mahaprabhu was telling about how bad this material life. It's like a ditch, and everyone has to come out of this. So my question is, Mataji, Raghunath Das Goswami, he renunciated all the wealth. It is okay, we can understand. He's so wealthy, he renunciated everything and came to Mahaprabhu. So, but what about his wife, Mataji? Because she is a human being, right? She should have all the feelings and the worries. We know how much pain it is when a person is departing. So, and I also can get the in-depth meaning of renunciation also, how much important it is. So I'm trying to understand what are the roles that this particular characters or this individuals in the life of the great people they're playing, because how much suffering they have to undergo. So how can I understand it, Mataji? The role, like Sachi Mata's role, or the role of now the wife of Raghunath Das Goswami. They are not material, right? They are human beings. So when you renunciate everything and go to Mahaprabhu, so what is their role? Or I'm just, maybe it's a wrong question, but please clarify, Mataji.
Question is wrong, Mataji. No question is wrong. And don't even think that. But yes, as you said, but ultimately the renunciation is to renounce everything, not only one's wealth, but also one's family. And as far as we see the mood of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, so he also renounced his family life, and not only his mother Sachi Devi, but also his dear wife Vishnu Priya, because his first wife Lakshmi Priya has already left, and but then Vishnu Priya was there. But then, Mahaprabhu took her permission, and it's very, very beautifully described in Chaitanya Bhagavat, my Vrindavan Das Thakur, that how Mahaprabhu also took permission from Vishnu Priya, and finally he left. But then Vishnu Priya also accepted that yes, there is a higher purpose for her Prabhu, for her husband, for her master, to uh, to give this world something higher. So that's why it's very important for him to take sannyas. As far as Raghunath Das Goswami situation is, he was put into that situation. He wholeheartedly doesn't want to get married and doesn't want to get into all these materialistic life, but he was put into that condition forcefully by his parents, that he was bound with the chain of that marriage, so that they were thinking that if we'll make him married, then definitely he'll not leave his beautiful wife, and he'll be allured with her beauty, and he will be staying in the home, and he'll not renounce. But Das Goswami mood was not that, he simply doesn't want to get entangled into this materialistic life. So without even a second thought, he just left. As far as on to the wife situation, if we see, then yes, there is definitely some kind of distress is there, that husband has left or renounced. Nowhere it's been mentioned about that how she took it, and who was she whom Raghunath Das Goswami got married to. Nowhere I couldn't find actually anywhere. Maybe others, those who know, they can add on. But as far as the wife of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Vishnu Priya, who is none other than the Lakshmi herself, the goddess of fortune, so Mahaprabhu, he basically took permission from her before renouncing. So that is very, very important. Even like for Srila Prabhupada, we see that Prabhupada mentions in his purport that those men who really want to take this renounced order of life, if they are married, they should make sure that their wife is being well taken care of, either by some relatives, by parents, or by their sons. So even we see the life of Shri Prabhupada, that how Prabhupada also want his wife to accompany him in the path of Krishna consciousness. But then, from the very start of their life, their married life, she was not very conducive and not very helpful to Prabhupada to carry on this service of Krishna consciousness. But Prabhupada not left her at a very early stage when children were young. But as soon as children were grown up, he specifically asked, it's there, it's mentioned in Prabhupada Lilamrita, he specifically asked, her to accept Krishna consciousness. But when she refused, then Prabhupada took this hard step and he delegated her the responsibility of his wife to his children. And then he left and he accepted that renounced order of life. So that is really very, very, very important, that if either we can accept the, renounced order of life, those who are accepting this sannyas and they're leaving their family, they should really take care that the family is well taken care of, especially the spouse. But if they are not, then they can accept this, path where they are still staying with their wife but not very much involved in those family conditions. So that is what, Mataji, what I feel like I can say, but I like others also to add. But as far as Raghunath Das Goswami's wife and her condition, I couldn't find anywhere and nowhere it's been mentioned.
Okay, Mataji. So thank you, Mataji, because that was a thought that was going back of my mind. Like, because we are women, right? So we know how much how much they suffer. So if suddenly you leave everything and you escape, what about her? She should be looking for him. She should be worried about him. So I was just thinking about that. But it is very satisfying to know that Prabhupada has said that it should be taken care before one is going to take sannyas. So that is nice, Mataji.
Otherwise, one can always accept that vanaprastha life where one can still be there with their spouse, but not engage into any kind of physical bond or any kind of other bond, but still, they are there. So that can be accepted, because these days Prabhupada himself says that taking sannyas is, it's not that easy, and one should really think before one takes on to this renounced order of life.
Yes, Mataji. Thank you very much, Mataji. Nice class.
The stage of vanaprastha is there, yes. But thank you, Mataji. Thank you for your beautiful question. And if anybody else want to add to it, they can please go ahead. Okay, or any other question, any other realizations, any comments?
Hare Krishna, Kirtida Mataji. Thank you so much, Mataji, for this wonderful class again. So nectarian Mataji. I don't have question, Mataji, but thank you so much, Mataji, for your valuable time in association.
Thank you. Thank you, Mataji.
I request all the assembled devotees, are there any questions for Mataji? Or else, with all of your permission and Mataji's permission, we can end the class.
Hare Krishna,
Okay.
Kirtida Mataji. Thank you so much for such a beautiful class. It was very wonderful, Mataji, to see how Raghunath Das Goswami was able to, just went through the forest for 12 days to meet Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and how focused he was, how he was deep in that love and separation from the Lord. So just praying that we all could develop that mood. It's so hard for me to think about it in that way. So Mataji, so at that time itself, Raghunath Bhatta Goswami is already there?
Yeah, Raghunath Bhatta Goswami was there, but
Because he said you're the third one, right? So he's already an associate then.
he was already being. But it's from all the 6 Goswamis, Raghunath Das Goswami was the first one to meet Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. But at the time when Raghunath Das Goswami surrendered, Raghunath Bhatta Goswami has already surrendered. He was already been under the shelter of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. That's why Mahaprabhu said that here onwards I have 3 Raghunaths. So Mahaprabhu has 1 Rupa, 1 Swarupa, but 3 Raghunath. 1 Rupa Goswami, 1 Swarupa Goswami, but 3 Raghunaths.
Wonderful, wonderful. So it took many years for him to finally come back. Is that what it's because you said he met him right at the sannyas at that time, right? When he came back to meet his mother.
Yes.
Oh, wow. Okay. Yes. Thank you so much, Mataji. Very beautiful session. Thank you.
Thank you, Mataji. Praise to Prabhupada. Okay, so before we end up, I just have one more thing to say, that tomorrow during this CC session, this Chaitanya Charitamrita session, we'll not have the regular CC class. And tomorrow being the 13th day of the glorious passing of Srinivas Jagannath Prabhu, and 13th day is auspicious, and it is, you know, a very important day for one who is passing from this material world. So, in honor of that, we will be having a Kirtan session tomorrow in this Chaitanya Charitamrita class. And there will be bhajan, which will be led by Sukhsagari Mataji. And then we'll be for doing some Hare Krishna Kirtan. And she requested that those who are comfortable can cook some nice prasadam feast for Prabhuji. Actually, we can cook that feast for the lordships, and then finally, after offering it to the lordships, we can mentally offer it to Srinivas Jagannath Prabhu. And then either we can show it on Zoom. If not possible, then at least we have a group of Preeti Vilasini Mataji. We can post some pictures over there. And also tomorrow is Ekadashi. So we can have nice Kirtan session and Bhajan session, and we can dedicate that whole to Srinivas Jagannath Prabhu. So I heartily request everybody of you to please join tomorrow and participate, and whatever you can cook, please offer it to your respective deities at home, and then you can offer it late after that. You can, offer it mentally to Srinivas Jagannath Prabhu, and we can always post pictures onto that group, and can show it that yes, we are there for Preeti Vilasini Mataji in her support. Okay, so thank you all so much. See you all tomorrow.
Just a second, Mataji. Dandvat Pranam.
Yes,
Sweet, we can make non-Ekadasi prasadam because it's difficult to make a sweet in Ekadasi prasadam.
so we can always make, because for Krishna, we can offer non-Ekadashi
Jagannath.
these days.
Thank you, Mataji.
Also, Mataji, Hare Krishna Mataji. Also, Mataji, in India, the Ekadashi is on Friday.
Oh, okay. So those for those who is on Friday, it's fine. But for us, it's on Thursday. That is tomorrow.
Thursday.
So happy to see you, Sita Preeti Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Hare Bol. It's wonderful listening, Mataji. Just like every class these days is just like a revelation, like how so many things we are yet to understand, and so many things we are, we get stuck in one thought, and then when you listen to some class, then it's unrevealing the curtain off from certain things. It's like thanks to you all for bringing so much of depth of the knowledge and understanding from each and every class. Thank you, Mataji. Thank you so much.
Who are we? We are just reading from the puppets, from the translations. That's it. Prabhupada na hoito taviki hoito.
Jai, Jai, please sing.
It's a long bhajan. That's why I just said one line. Yadi Prabhupada na hoito tabiki hoito. Ye jivan bharita kishi.
Hare Bol.
Okay, thank you all so much. Thank you, Supriya Mataji. Now you can please take over.
Okay, Mataji. Thank you so much, Mataji, and thank you so much to assembled devotees. Vancha kalpatarubhyasya kripa sindhubhya eva cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Ananta Koti Vaishnav Vrind ki jai, Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Chaitanya Charitamrita ki jai, High Grace Kirtida Sundari Mataji ki jai. Thank you so much, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Dandavad Pranam. Hare Krishna. Thank you, Dandavad Pranam. Mataji. Hare Krishna.